All right, guys, there's a lot of channels like this. There's a lot of people like me. None of them are right like me. So hit the subscribe button, like the content, and leave a comment down below. That sure helps me. Thanks.
What's going on, Bleevers? I have a serious question for you. If you're in Saitama and you've been listening to Russ, then you know that the problem is us YouTubers, and that the problem is not that the product doesn't work. So my question to you would be this. How could they not have planned for that if that's the case? And how could they let us fall so far if he's being honest? Did they not plan for it? Did they not know the power of the YouTube influencer? Is that what we're getting at right now? That the problem is not the product. The problem is that a guy named Bleeves stares at a camera and tells you that there's a problem with the development team on a project that can't seem to get something working. And then they say, no, the problem is not the product. It still doesn't work from November 13. The product is fine. We just can't use it. The problem is that guy with the stupid hair on YouTube that's telling people it doesn't work. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
Guys, Saitama is trading at 12.38, and a massive sell-off just happened in which it dropped to 11.85. It got bought up, so there's still some life here. And when you look over here, the market cap is still 655 million. So you can't turn your back on it and say that nothing's going to happen. Daily volume is 4.8 million. As you can see in the 24-hour period, that's basically a bunch of people selling off. Now, at 14 to 12, you're kind of looking at a lot of people who are just trying to hold on, trying to make something happen where nothing really exists at this point. So you can see it, but there's no power, there's no strength. All of those people that sit in the chats that tell you all about how sellers are going to get wrecked, or don't you remember Shiba? Yeah, I remember Shiba. We all remember Shiba, but what we remember about Shiba is this. Shiba doesn't have reflection, so you're not worried about reflection, so nobody has fake wallets. And when we did some analysis courtesy of Sandstorm and Crypto Realist, then at 2400 we found out that 150,000 wallets in Saitama had less than $100 in their wallet. That was at 2400. Now we're at 1200. How many more? 175,000 wallets. So out of 341,961 hodlers, congratulations, 175,000 of them, over 50%, have less than $100 in their wallet. Now, while you're denying, and thinking about it, yeah. So, yeah. It looks like we're still always right. And you don't have as many holders as you think. Moving on. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my... Oh, hey, sorry about that. Little sidetracked here. Listen, it's very simple. Saitama is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it's blaming everybody but itself. It's not taking responsibility. And it's okay if you don't want to take responsibility. If you're a coward, it's okay to not take responsibility. If you're weak, it's okay to not take responsibility. But you need to at some point grow up and start to realize that you are the problem. So if you are wondering, does my product work? No. Will it work soon? Maybe. Did my product launch on time for my real estate company? No. Did I get it launched on time for Lily Finance? No. Impact? No. Nobody. When does everybody start to walk away and say, well, this is just not working. This is just a project that doesn't work. I want my money back. I want my money back, money back, money back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we are. At what point does everybody just say, you know what? Obviously, they can't do what they say they're going to do. They blame everybody but themselves. If you were in the Friday night AMA, then guess what you heard from Russ? The first thing he said, well, you know, when, we had to deal with the DDoS attack, and that was January 8th. Why don't you shut up and worry about today? And you know what? That was on Friday. And what did today bring? Product didn't work. Site of Realty didn't work. Matter of fact, Site of Realty launched on Uniswap. And if you don't believe me, go look at Russ's tweet. Go look at the contract address. Go put the contract address into Dex Tools and see what populates. 80 people invested on Uniswap before they closed it down. So they can't even launch it on their own platform properly. Think it through. Now, guys, I know you want Saitama to work. I want Saitama to work. We would all like to see Saitama, because Saitama was a leader in this industry at one point before it became the bozo show that it currently is. And we all hope that it becomes something better than it is right now, because it is an unmitigated disaster. But you know what? You're not going to lure back investors with a clown shoe operation that doesn't produce, that doesn't do anything but blame everybody else. It's still my fault, the influencer. You know, if I am so influential, if Adam Shelton, if Jake Gagan, if all of us are so influential, then why aren't we all billionaires? That's the silliness behind what you're dealing with. Sure, I influence people. Do you know why? Because I'm right. Because I look at the camera, I look into you, and I tell you the things that you don't want to hear that you need to hear, so that you can make an informed decision on what you're going to invest in. I try to do the very best that I can to provide you with information so that you have that ability. And if you don't make the right decision, that's on you. If I tell you I'm making a decision, that's on me. That's why I'm always right, because I'm just telling you what I see, and what I see, it's usually the truth. This is not financial advice. Take your profits on the way up. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And remember, I am always right.
I'm looking for the good life, sitting on top of the world. I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go.